All right, so I'm back here with my 1971 Wurlitzer 200, and as I'm getting it up and going and playable and messing with it, I've noticed I have a few keys that are out of tune. So I'm going to tune this thing. I was not expecting this thing to tune the way it does. It's very interesting. I've never done this before. I'm just simply documenting my journey. If you really want some good tutorials on how to do this, then there are some great videos on there from some actual text. But the way you tune this, and actually most of this was in tune. I was pretty surprised. But the way to tune it, if you got here, this reed. So if you can see, the reed has a little glob on the end of it. And since mine are flat, I need to sharpen them up. I need to make the reed lighter. So I need to file that down. Or if you're too sharp, then you need to add solder to it and make it heavier, which is a very weird way to do. So that one is a little out of tune. This would be this C here. And then a few of these up here, like this A. So the way I have this set up here, I have my cell phone with my tuner over here, which if I'm not successful, I'll maybe put a microphone on it and use like a computer like Ableton or something. And then I have it set up to where I got it set up to a power switch or a power strip. I can turn it on and off so I can kill the power to this thing so I don't get shocked. Because this is, well, I guess I shouldn't point at it. This right here has very high voltage. This will shock the piss out of you from what I understand. So I'm pretty not wanting to get shocked by it. So I can turn it on. And since that shield is gone, it's really loud. So then I can see that's flat. Now, if it's not too far off, what you can do also is you can move that reed forward or back a little bit. And then that will change the pitch also, or I might have to file it down. So I'm going to move on to that part right now, and wish me luck. All right, so I'm going to start with this C right here. It's a little flat. So the first thing I'm going to try to adjust it first. This is a 5/16 socket also on this. Now I'm going to turn it on. That helped a whole lot. It's not quite there, so, but it did help. So I'm going to take it out and try filing. All right, so I have a file and a pair of these soldering tweezers here so I don't drop that down in here, and I'm going to try to shim up this up here to keep it out of the way so that I can get this out. So it's already pretty loose, so I don't want to drop this thing, so I will say though, this is not what I was expecting when I was going to have to tune this thing. I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting this though. Oh, I should have shimmed all these up. Let's shim all these up here then. I'm sure like, the real techs are like, oh my God, what are you doing? But when it's things that it's not going to break it and completely destroy it, I mean, I could always buy new reeds if I mess one up. I like to learn how to do it myself, especially since I play a lot of shows and I gig a lot. I think it's important if you perform with an instrument a lot that you know how it works and how to maintain it. So this is the reed right here. So what I need to do is file, I can get the focus there, file some of this down so that it's a little bit smaller and lighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that. All right, so this is one that I've already been messing with. I've already added solder to it, and now it is too heavy, so I need to follow it down a little bit more. And I'm starting to get the hang of how much filing it takes to change. It was very in the dark at first, but now that I've it was too flat, and then I made it too sharp, and then too flat again. Now it's too flat, and so it's like starting to get the idea of how much you need to take off of it to get it in tune. So I got it filed down a little bit more, and let's see how it acts. Now, if you don't get it straight, you hear that click, 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 click. It's hitting that pickup rail. So that's means it's up against this rail here, and you got to move it back over. Now let's see how it sounds. Dude, I'm so close. I'm so close now that I think I could probably maybe nudge it back. Let's see here. All right, now let's see what's going on with it. Right on the money. So just moving that back here, and that is right. Yeah, so cool. All right, so this reed here, which is an A, and it is too sharp, so what I'm gonna have to do is add solder to this little glob on the end here, and then file it back down and try to file it to where it's just right on pitch. So I don't want to get this too hot. This isn't a good soldering iron, so I have to turn this one on and off. But if it's too hot, then you just heat up that whole glob and you gotta start from scratch completely. I did that earlier. It's a little time consuming. So what I want to do is just add a real thin layer of solder. Now I've been putting solder on the end of it, like tinning it, and then just adding like a little thin layer to the top, like that, and lay off, cool it down, and then hit again. I want like an even layer across the top. There we go. And that's kind of, I don't know if you can see that or if it's in focus really, but that's what I did. See, I just added like almost like a little toothpaste spot on the top. And then I'm going to try to follow that down. I'm going to file it at an angle because I want these edges to be flat, because I don't want, if this scoops over the side like it just was, it's going to hit the edges of my pickup. All right, filed it again, and now we're looking like that. And let's see if it sounds good. All right, now to make these keys louder, if you can see right there, this is the pickup plate. Well, it sags down in some places and it's higher than other places. So if I go through, I just lift that up just a hair to where it's even, or maybe even a little bit above the top of the reed. It's going to increase the volume, and that actually works really good. So on these thin ones especially. So now I'm going to see what's going on. And it also is getting rid of some of that rattling sound. So let's see how that sounds now. So that one's quieter, but you can actually see it's a little, oh, there it is. It's a little lower. So All right, so it is in tune now and on. So